Hello, it is Monday, April 14th, and today I'll be reading once again from the United Church of Christ Daily Devotional um, and giving my own thoughts and impressions on it, not necessarily endorsing a particularly Christian perspective, but just how this particular devotion made me think of our life in the world today and our life together. Simply to be used as a tool to consider how we live and how we are and who we are in the world. The devotion I'm reading today is written by Vince Amlin, and it's entitled Two Kinds of People. And Vince bases the devotion upon Psalm 84, verses 4 through 5, and Vince chose the New International Version. Blessed are those who dwell in your house. They are ever praising you. Blessed are those whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage. And Vince writes, there are two kinds of people in the world, travelers and homebodies. Those who are always off in search of something new, and those who invest in their own comfortable, hospitable dwelling, innovators and nest makers. You know who we are. The same could be said of the church. There are people and whole congregations whose gift is to create welcoming and cozy communities in which people can rest and work and pray. There are people and whole congregations whose gift is to venture out beyond the confines of buildings and tradition to explore new possibilities of faith. Sometimes these two groups see themselves in opposition to one another. The homebodies scoff at the unorthodox ideas of the travelers. The innovators sneer at the nest makers' investment in institutions. Both have been heard to say the others are not real Christians. Psalm 84 settles the score. The ones who stay home to sing God's praises all day, they are blessed. The ones who call on God's strength to set out for points unknown, they are blessed too. And perhaps the two need one another. Most travelers first heard God's call in community, and every house of the Lord was founded by someone who ventured out in faith. There are two kinds of people in the world, those who are blessed and those who are also blessed. May the church remember. And Vince's prayer. You who founded an institution on the rock of Peter, and you who promised a transformation so radical that no one stone would be left on another, bless us. Well, lots of different things went through my mind as I was reading this devotion. And one is, yes, the importance for both places. I think that even those who go out and are the innovators and who go out and push the boundaries and explore, sometimes they need a place to come back to and rest and find community again. Sometimes they're finding community out in the world, but sometimes they just need a break to recenter and to have a place of solidity and support and comfort. And sometimes those who are in those places all the time, I think, need to push themselves to go out into the world and experience something new. I mean, I think of my own life and having had the opportunity at one point in my secular career to go and live and work in Germany, not on a U.S. military air base, but actually living and working in the community in Germany. Really opened my eyes to how other people see the world, and in fact how I see the world, and actually opening my eyes to some biases that I may have had. So I think it's important for everyone to take some time to be an innovator and to push themselves outside of their comfort zones, and knowing you have a place to come back to for comfort and security. But also knowing, in my experience, once you've experienced something different, home doesn't feel the same. In some cases, there is no going home, or you might say home gets redefined. You understand it in a more enlarged perspective than you had when you were isolated and comfortable. So I think it's important for all of us to have both, and to have people who are both, to have people who can welcome back the innovators and listen to them and get their experiences on things, even if they're physically or emotionally or mentally not capable of doing the things the others are doing, and learn from them, and vice versa, having the innovators, people who push themselves outside to find a place where they can come back to re-energize and recenter and find some level of comfort and support so that they can go back out and do the work they feel called to do, or just to be out in the world experiencing it. Anyway, those are my thoughts and impressions. Again, yours may be different, but I hope I've given you something else to think about today in your journey in this world. And I guess the most important thing, again, is remember that we get through this life together in community with one another. And community takes all kinds.